what better way to start your day than coffee and a cigarette? I think that there is a delay between what I'm saying and when it reaches you guys, because it used to be you hit go live on your phone and instantaneously there'd be, somebody watching, right? That shit's all, it's like, it's very tricky, this app now. Hopefully this app has fixed itself or something, because my phone wants me to update it again, like 11.02 or whatever. Have you guys updated your iPhones? Are you guys iPhone users and you've used your shit? Is your shit fucked up like my shit's fucked up? My fucking phone's fucked up. Tyler, good morning. Dennis, good morning. Zach, good morning. Terry, good morning. Danny, good morning. Shadow Wolf, putting it down with you. Morning, Mr. Shadow Wolf. Josh, Ahmed, David, what's up? Andy, Patrick, Dan, Don, Army Kid, what's happening? Charlie, what's happening? Morning, John. Bandit. Yeah, so I'm an iPhone user, okay? Yes, Dennis Smith, I'm an iPhone user. My iPhone helps me to quickly create the vlogs that I put out. Quickly. Okay, I mean real effing quick, I can create my stuff. So I love my iPhone, and I will stay with my iPhone. I will be getting a new iPhone. However, yeah, Chantel, I don't know where you've been. You should have told me that forever ago, because I already updated twice. So anyways, check us out. Why is it? Why? Tell me why. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Tell me why they intentionally make our phones get jacked up. And then the next day after they release this update, I gotta do it again to fix the fucked up shit that they did. See, now one of the cool things about the iOS 11 update, okay, top of the morning, Bandana. One of the coolest things about the iOS 11 update is the screen recording. If you've updated, yes, these are Oakleys. If you've updated your phone, you can screen record. Not screen capture, but you can screen record. You flick up, there's a little record button, and it'll record everything that you do on your phone screen, whether you're watching a video like you are now, or hitting apps. You know what I'm saying? So, just a little partial morning rant. Some of you may or may not know morning coffee sessions, such as this one. If it's labeled morning coffee, it's normally just a good morning is just a good morning it's a morning BS session. We talk about whatever. We drink coffee and smoke cigarettes while we do. I'm in Bidwell, Ohio, at a pickle park. I've got a whopping 328 miles to run. I'm in Bidwell, Ohio there, Class A, Ohio being the state. But I like the morning coffee because I can talk about tons of random subjects. It doesn't have to make sense, and kind of, I guess, guess it's kind of like a podcast. You don't drink coffee. Listen, if you are a coffee drinker, put hashtag coffee. Okay? Because I'm a coffee drinker. And I love it. That's right, the Buckeye State. If 500 miles in a car sucks. I've driven across this. I've driven across the country in a car twice, and I hated it. I'd rather fly than drive across country in a car. You got to get that wake up in your cup. I don't know what the temperature is here. It's a little chilly. It says 67 on the truck. I think it's a little cooler. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this Operation Black and Blue stuff? I had some good conversation with Jay Canell about it the other night. And I also seen a guy online that was giving out real shit information. So I had a conference call with Loshawn and Truckin Exec about this guy. And I think Truckin Exec's going to punch holes in this guy's numbers. But I can punch holes in the guy's numbers on YouTube because I can tell you that the dude is buying all of his subscribers and views. His channel, interestingly, one day gains 1,200 subscribers, the next day gains 0 or loses, and then the next day gains another 500, and then the next day gains 0 or whatever. There's somebody out there, I won't mention names because I don't want to give him any credit, but he's building this channel of his to give out information that's no good. And so his channel looks big. It looks like it might be trustworthy information or whatever, but it's really not. It's a bunch of crap. Those of you that are in YTTA saw a video on the YTTA network page that Loshawn did a few days ago, talking about this individual. I think if you're going to be one to put out financial information to either potential lease operators or owner operators or anything like that, you better know what you're talking about. That's why I normally don't do that. I don't put out financial advice or how to find your cost per mile or all that kind of. No. I don't know enough about this game to be able to tell you people how to do that kind of stuff. Blade Walmart. Give me freight or give me death, says Dennis. Yeah, Bandit. I agree with you. That Operation Black and Blue fell apart because of its leader. Shadow Wolf, I know how to make money for myself, man. I can't see that's one thing. Like, I know how I run and what I do. I just know that I can't, my method isn't going to fit everybody else's method. You know what I'm saying? I seen worn. What do you mean, worn out? I'm not worn out, man. I just woke up. I'm just waking up. I don't have my freaking shoes on yet, bro. Which video are you talking about there, Bandana? Yeah, the way I run won't work for everybody, the way I do things. But I'll tell you, Andres, what's going on? How are you? Hope you guys are all doing good this morning. I noticed that you're probably a little groggy. Each one of you are a little groggy waking up this morning because you've forgotten to hit the thumbs up button. And that's okay. It's okay. I know that you'll remember to do it. I don't have to remind you. The nighttime driving one that I did last night. Thanks, Bandana. I appreciate that. I kind of just whipped that together. Initially, it was going to be longer, but when I got to Imperial over there, I was so tired, and I didn't record getting there, so that's why it went from driving to the morning when I was getting unloaded, and then I just hadn't recorded anything else after that, so I just added a little piece to it. Mark State is woke. He's woke. Thanks, Ahmed. I appreciate you watching my videos, brother. I'll tell you what happened to me last night. Joy, it is 67 degrees, according to my truck. Taco truck, what's going on? What am I doing, says Jay. I'm having morning coffee with you guys, and we're just shooting the shit. But I'll tell you what happened to me last night, or yesterday. So I had the load that I'm under right now is Groveport, Ohio to Gordonsville, Virginia. I'm delivering Walmart later today. But anyhow, I get over to this place, and it was an all-day pickup. Okay? It was an all-day pickup. And so I get there about 5:45, give or take, 5:30, somewhere around there. Get checked in. The guy says, drop your trailer in door 178. I don't like dropping my trailer. I truly don't. And I think any of you out there that are paying for your equipment and are responsible if some shit gets broken on it, understand. I don't like dropping my trailer. I don't like anybody else hooking up to it, moving it around, or anything like that. Anyway, so I drop my trailer in this door, and I go to, yeah, Patrick, I want to mention something about that. I saw some stuff about that, about the drivers protesting in California. I drop my trailer. I proceed to go to their bobtail area as directed, which their effing bobtail area is just an unused car parking area. Okay. And I sit there for probably about 45 minutes to an hour. Now, mind you, I was a little tired, so I started falling asleep. I took a nap. Woke up probably about 3-4 hours later. So it's like 10 o'clock at night. And I got to go to the bathroom. So I start the truck up, go back around the building to where the driver break room is, which is basically an indoor outhouse, because it looked like someone had smeared feces all over the wall, and it was just nasty. It was completely gross. Because, you know, we're second-rate citizens, is how everybody sees us, which is bullshit. You know it, and I know it. But on my way to this restroom, I drive past door 178, and my trailer is not there. Instantly, I become agitated, to say the least. Agitated. I go to the restroom, and I drive down the line looking for my trailer because they don't have a shipping office. Okay? No, I have a shipping office. You know, it's just, hey, drop this and we'll call you type shit, right? I looked in there, empty lot, no trailer. Loaded lot, no trailer. All the doors on the one side of the building, no trailer. So I go to the other side of the building, all the way on the other side of the effing building, in door 291. That's how far they moved my trailer. It started in 178 to 291 is where I find my trailer, sitting in a door with a green light. And I flagged down the yard goat driver. I said, do you know if this trailer's done? He said, it's loaded to the back. I said, you know if paperwork's ready? The lady, I don't know what her name was. She was an older lady, so we'll call her Ethel. But she calls on the radio, finds out that my stuff's ready, and I said, hey, why is my trailer over here when it was in door 178? Oh, well, somebody put out a 178 and put it in the boneyard. I said, what? Needless to say, I inspected my trailer all over for damage, because I've seen numerous yard goat jockeys that bang into trailers, spin them around on 90-degree angles, fucking up the tires, and bending shit and breaking shit. You know, I was so furious because I pay a lot of money for my trailer, and I take really good care of my equipment, and I don't like other people pulling around. So now I've decided that anytime I drop my trailer, whether it's at any warehouse or Walmart, I'm gonna put my kingpin lock on it so that nobody can move it no matter what. And if they need it moved, they got to come find me. Because how many of you guys have seen yard goats just slamming into trailers? Right? You could bend a kingpin doing that shit. You can mess shit up. Bend my bumper. You could break all kinds of shit. Right? Luckily, my trailer didn't have any damage, and I was able to carry on. But it's ridiculous that people don't treat other people's equipment with respect. I even told her, and I said, that's my trailer. And she's like, oh. I said, no, ma'am, you don't understand. Mine. My trailer. She's like, oh, you're an owner operator. Yeah, yes, ma'am. I'm paying for that. It's mine. So if it breaks, or if you break it, I have to pay for it. She was very nice, though. So it was hard for me. I wasn't being mean. You know, I was just upset that my trailer got moved, and I wasn't the one that had moved my trailer. Now, see, like, who was it? I think it was Patrick, I do believe. Let me scoot up here. Yeah, Patrick said, did I hear about the truckers protesting in California yesterday? I sure did. I saw some pictures online, and I saw a couple videos because CHP pulled over a few of those drivers for impeding traffic, and rightfully so. While I'm not against a convoy or something like that, those trucks went 4 wide and slowed down traffic in probably one of the highest traffic states in the country. This is something that a lot of us have mentioned before, and I will say it again. I am against shutting down a highway in protest. I'm against it. I'm against a rolling roadblock. I'm against parking on on a highway because it makes us look bad. When the general public sees that, when they see trucks just shutting down a highway, we're no better than any other protest that has shut down a highway. You understand? You become almost kind of like a domestic terrorist in a way, because what if you slow down that highway, and Jay Canell has mentioned this before, there's an ambulance, 10 cars back that you can't see, trying to get to the hospital with somebody inside, and that person dies. Or if they're trying to get to an accident scene that you don't know about that's way ahead of you. That kind of stuff, that kind of shit's unacceptable. So if you're doing those kind of things, you look kind of like a flippin' terrorist, If you want to protest or something, hey, by all means, get hundreds of trucks together and park somewhere. Well, see, Robert, there's a thing on the law books, because I watched a live video. Where a CHP officer stated that you can get in trouble for just parking on the shoulder. So even if you're just parked on the shoulder, you get in trouble because it's called a non-emergency stop. And we all know what happens when there's any kind of activity on the shoulder. Okay, everybody's like turning their head, looking, trying to figure out what's going on. And it just slows down traffic, can cause more accidents. There's a way to get our voice across. Okay, there's a way to get our message out there, i.e. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever it is. Use all those social media platforms, but you can also still, believe it or not, you can still write letters to your congressman. You can send emails to your senator. You can call your congressman or congresswoman, or send your senator emails and stuff. Contact these people. That's why we put these people in office. If you're really frustrated and you want things to change, then you got to do something. You can't just expect everyone else to do it. But you guys got to remember that. There's other avenues, and people that you talk to, share that point of view with them, make them think. Bandit, I agree with you. I don't know what the world is coming to. There's a lot of things going on that you and I would have never thought of when we were kids, and even further back. People older than myself would have never thought of. Shutting down on the highway to protest the ELD is not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it. It makes us look bad. If we want, like Stone Cold Steve Austin saying right here, if we want things to change, if we want hours of service reform, which is the true problem, then we got to do something. We got to do it the right way. We really got to do it the right way. Just shutting down on a highway or impeding traffic or slowing down on the highway, and all those guys got ticketed. All those guys got ticketed for impeding traffic. You just can't do that. Now I'm not above paying a ticket to prove my point. But the greater issue here is the public perception, because we need the public to help us. Exactly, Robert. Exactly. That's what a lot of us have been saying. I've said it. Ike has said it. I mean, Trucking Exec has said it. Jay said it. Listen, it doesn't matter how you're logging. It doesn't matter if you're using a little computer. It doesn't matter if you're using your phone. It doesn't matter if you're using a paper logbook. They are all governed by the same rules. They're all governed by the same rules, and that's the hours of service. That's the hours of service. That's right, Mark. They all received moving violations, so their CSA scores all took hits. Every single one of those guys that got a ticket. I'm not sure how many trucks it was that got ticketed, but I know that there was about 500 trucks in a convoy. They were going from Fresno to Bakersfield. But you just can't. You can't do it that way. It's not the flipping ELDs. It's not the ELDs, people. It's the hours of service. It doesn't matter how you're logging. It matters what's governing it. And what's governing how you log, or what you log, I should say, is the hours of service. That is the problem. It doesn't matter if you're putting the information on a Post-it note. It doesn't matter if you're putting it in a logbook or an onboard computer. It's the hours of service. Hours of service is the problem. We all know that. I'll be rolling here shortly, Gary. Yeah, I'll be live for maybe another 2 minutes, and then I'll be rolling. Get out, kick the tires, light the fires, get her going. Yeah, I think Patrick says he'd be happy with a 16-hour workday. Dennis says the ELD is for compliance. The hour of service is because some drivers drove too long, got in accidents. I agree with you. Listen, there's all different things that we'd want to see in an hours of service reform. But regardless, the guys that are protesting ELDs are fighting the wrong fight. Doesn't matter how you log it. It matters what you're logging and what's governing you. Well, Charlie says, or Terry says, drivers trying to get the 70-hour rule removed, but ATA didn't support the drivers. And then Charlie says, take a page from civil rights movement, peaceful protests that get the public's attention and get them on our side. Terry, you and Charlie are both correct. The ATA will never support the driver. Okay? The ATA is lining its pockets with big companies' money. Big companies do not and will not support the driver. The ATA, I believe, has 30,000 members. Its board members are comprised of guys that either have or currently do sit on the boards or in the offices of major trucking companies. Okay? With the major trucking companies that have shareholders. Okay? Any company that has shareholders, its main goal will always be to make money, minimize overhead, and all that. There's tons of different things that go into it, but the drivers are the last thing on their mind. But yes, peaceful protest is the way to go. Running around like that idiot talking about freaking, black ops and this is war and all this kind of crap. Like, yeah, that's definitely the way to go, dumbass. make us look like we're going to start riots and shit. You have to remember that the ATA doesn't give two shits about the drivers. They don't care. But it's all about hours of service. I think Operation Black and Blue is putting a black eye on the industry, for sure. At least you're seeing pictures of Tony Justice and some of the ELD or MEAD people meeting with the representatives and their aides and stuff like that, right? The Operation Black and Blue people are excited because they got to drive in front of the DOT building blowing fucking air horns. Like, congratulations! I'm sure they're gonna change shit for you because you blew your air horn. Robert, you are 100% correct. It is time to act. Okay. Yeah. And listen, I haven't been around the industry as long as some of you, but I've heard Ike talk about that this ELD fight has been 10 years in the making. 10 years. And everybody's waiting until 6 months before that's supposed to go into effect to start answering back. It's a little too late. The whole adage better late than never does not apply here. If those guys have had 10 years to fight this crap. Now, I know that Warner was the first company to start electronic logs forever ago. But if this has been 10 years in the making, why are you waiting until the last 10 weeks to do something about it? That's right, John. No one gives a shit about drivers except other drivers. And there's more of us than there are of them, so we can stand together and say enough is enough. We want hours of service reform. We want to be treated better by customers, shippers and receivers. We want to have a place to just be able to go to the bathroom when we're at a customer. I mean, how hard is that? I mean, now listen, if employees at a fast food chain weren't given a restroom to use, there'd be riots. But yet we're treated like second-class citizens, Unacceptable. But guys, if you want to organize a protest or something, do it peacefully. Sit back and really think about what the real problem is here. It's the hours of service. It's the hours of service. It has been. Some of us have talked about it. I heard Ike talk about autonomous trucks and stuff. See, he's trying to plan ahead because that stuff's going to happen sooner than you think. A lot of people say, "Oh, autonomous trucks ain't going to happen in my lifetime." Listen, if you've got more than 5 to 8 years left in your driving career, it will happen during your lifetime. It will happen during your career because autonomous trucks will be here in 8 years. I promise you that. Eight years or less. Guys, it's all about hours of service. Talk about it. Get other drivers fired up about it. You're working on a warehouse to treat drivers good. Good. All warehouses should treat drivers good, Joy. Listen, I granted that some drivers are assholes, but you know, the fact that some warehouses don't even have bathrooms is unacceptable. You guys got to remember that. Listen, it's hours of service. We know it. Autonomous trucks are coming. Peaceful protest is what we need. Not people talking about black ops and war and shutting down highways. That makes us look bad, really bad. But talk about it. Talk about it with your fellow drivers. See where they stand. Maybe they'll get behind you. Maybe you'll be able to get behind them and support one another. Chopper, that's the problem. We got to fix the hours of service. Indiana Jack, what's up, man? Indiana Jack in the house. But we've got to remember, guys. We've got to remember, whatever we do it peacefully. That Operation Black and Blue did nothing but put a black eye on the cause of protesting. Protesting the ELDs. I mean, it's unacceptable. Anthony, I'm in Bidwell, Ohio. Yeah, Patrick, what's up with that? What's up with McDonald's getting rid of the steak, egg, and cheese bagel? Whatever happened to all the bagel sandwiches? Maybe I don't want a muffin. Maybe I don't want a biscuit. Maybe I want a bagel. Give me back a bagel. Those are important issues. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Get this pre-trip handled and everything. You all be safe. Hit like and subscribe. Make sure you got the bell rang on your way out the door. Check out the video I uploaded last night. It's called Night Riding. It's got some night driving footage in it. A little something different for you guys. Not sure if I'll have a vlog today or not. Quite possibly, because it's going to be a short day. If you want to chat some more about ELDs, hours of service, or anything, check out the Zello group. Link is in the description below. Hashtag Dogpound is the name of it. And also check out Catherine and David Wright's group on Facebook called Heroes of the Highway. Everybody be safe. Have a great day. Get out there and make some money this weekend. And keep the shiny side up. Later, folks. Be safe.